Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to call our regular water agency meeting to order at 5:29. We are a little delayed this afternoon, and we do apologize. Can we get a roll call? Mayor Stecker?
Here, present.
Ms. Jones?
Here.
Trustee Senior?
Here.
Trustee Caraco?
Here.
I will also ask the board to entertain to make a motion to do an electronic meeting for Mayor Stecker. He's actually working today and he's online. So can we get a motion and a second to allow him to participate electronic?
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Can we please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Do we have any public comment? Being none, next on the agenda is presentation of the minutes of April 28th, 2022. Make a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions or comments about the minutes?
Need to be adjusted. Okay, so on the minutes for the regular board meeting, there need to be some corrections made.
Okay, so let's table those minutes.
Okay.
So can I get a superseding motion to table the minutes from April 28th, 2022?
So moved.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, so that will be presented at the June meeting for those minutes. April 28th, 22, public hearing for the 2022-23 annual operating budget.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any questions or comments from the board?
No.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Next is monthly financial report for May 2022. I know Kelly had to leave for a family engagement, so do you have a report for Kelly for the financials for May 2022, Superintendent?
I can read it.
Okay.
I'll be reading this letter, right?
You can.
This is the accountant report, financial report. It says, to the Board of Trustees, Broadview Westchester Joint Water Agency, management is responsible for the balance sheet and profit and loss statement for the entity and its sub-departments of Broadview Westchester Joint Water Agency. As of and for the period ending April 30th, 2022, which collectively comprise the agency's basic financial statements. In accordance with the cash basis of accounting, we have performed a compilation engagement in accordance with statements on standards for accounting and review services promulgated by the Accounting and Review Services Committee of the AICPA. We did not audit or review the financial statements, nor were we required to perform any procedures to verify the accuracy of completeness of the information provided by management. We do not express an opinion, a conclusion, nor provide any assurance on these financial statements. Mayor, am I supposed to be reading this, or is it a different statement, report that she gives?
You would only be able to answer that.
Okay. Okay, so
Would you like to table it?
yeah,
and
can
for
we
her
table
to-
this until the next board meeting?
Okay,
Thank you.
so can we get a motion to table the financial report for May 2022?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And so we'll ask Kelly to do a financial report for May 2022.
Communications, old business, status report on the expansion of the agency water reservoir capacity at the 10th Avenue Pump Station site and in the 1 million gallon water reservoir project and financing from water revenue bonds and refunding of IEPA loan. So I know we've had asked the engineers, Hancock Engineering, to get us some costs as it relates to increasing the capacity of the reservoir. And I had a conversation with Director Ames this afternoon, and I also spoke with Mayor Stecker as it relates to, doing a data analysis of what that would look like. And because we're not prepared to go to the funding for the 1 million gallon at this time due to audits on both municipalities, Jim, can you please get us some cost analysis for a 1.5 or a 2 million gallon reservoir? Also, we noticed in the village of Broadview that our water usage have went up significantly, and that's due to the new businesses that's coming online that we have, and then our existing businesses that's using more water usage as they expanding in their own respective businesses. So I've asked Mayor Stecker to probably do a data analysis for the village of Westchester as well, because they could have some huge impact because they're doing new businesses coming online and what that may look like for them, so that we all on one accord and one page on what that look like for both municipalities, since we're responsible for servicing each municipality as it relates to the water usage. So, Mayor, you okay with that?
We'll follow up with doing an internal analysis and make sure that we are going forward doing the best practice in preparation for not only today but also the future.
Okay, and so I know that Westchester has a reservoir over there. I don't know, I'm not the expert in this, but Jim, if you can kind of work with the village of Westchester as well as it relates to their reservoir, because if it's some maintenance or some services that need to be provided that we can, tap into, that the agency could be responsible for both reservoirs, that would be, fantastic. So once we do it, we have to, the mayor and I, we believe in having visionary leadership and casting the future, like what's the impact, not for today, but what's going to be the impact in the next 5 to 10 years. And so we want to make sure that we accommodate Westchester as well as the village of Broadview when it comes to the reservoir conversation. So if we're going to spend the money, we want to make sure that we spending money being smart and don't have to keep coming back and forth asking for consideration. So if we can get that, that would be great. Okay, so Mayor Stecker, Mr. Goomis is going to get some information as it relates to you all's reservoir in Westchester, so that we on one accord. So if we need to make some consideration to do some implementation there as well, we could just do one project at one time and spend the money at one time and not piecemealing it together, to stay in line with the visionary that you have anticipated for the village of Westchester as it relates to this agency.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Any questions or comments from the board as it relates to this? Nope. Okay, thank you. Next on the agenda is status report on the purchase of 1014 and 1020 West Roosevelt Road properties, Broadview, Illinois, by Housing Forward. So I know that we had did the consideration to give them an extension on the property, correct, Attorney Jarusic?
Yes, no further report other than that.
Okay, so I want to bring our board up to speed on what's taking place on the village side as it relates to the transaction. So the Housing Forward is trying to pull building permits to start the project, but they cannot pull building permits in the village of Broadview until the actual property has been purchased. And so I know that the building department in the village of Broadview has had conversation with leadership at Housing Forward to let them know once they make the transaction and purchase the land, then we can entertain the permit process so that they can go through the process of building the facility at state. So I wanted you to kind of know that too, Attorney Jarusic.
Thank you.
Okay. Any questions or comments?
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, Mayor.
Yes.
Anybody that makes a motion and does a second, could they state their name? Because I'm taking the minutes for today, and just so I get the right names.
Okay, so when we make a motion in a second, just say who you are and who's making the seconds for the record.
Thank you.
You're welcome. If you need to go back to the audio to review the meeting to get the earlier motions, that is streamed online, so you'll be able to capture that.
Perfect.
New business, consideration and approval of the finance report as of May 22 and check detail report for period April 28th to April 22 to May 26, 22 in the amount of $471,854.14. Agency check numbers is 16484 through 16509. Is that the correct check numbers? Also, we was asked to table the finance report for May 22nd. So what I'm asking for is a motion and a second for the detailed report for period April 28th, 22 to May 26th, and the amount stated for the check numbers that were stated. Can I get a motion and a second?
All motion, this is trustee Karatko.
I second. Leticia Jones.
Any questions or comments from the board? All in favor, say, well, we need to do a roll call vote. Mayor Stecker?
Aye.
Trustee Karatko?
Aye.
Trustee Senior?
Yes.
Ms. Jones?
Yes.
Okay, and so that carries. Motion passed. Next on the agenda is consideration and approval, renewal of the Concentric Integration Support Services Agreement, term May 1st, 2022 to April 30th, 2023, in the amount of $13,860. Two payment options are, one full payment or monthly payment of $1,155. I have had conversation with the superintendent regarding this agreement, and I'm asking the board to table this. So can we get a motion and a second to table this agreement until we get more information?
All motion.
So, Mayor Stecker.
Oh. No, go ahead.
Second by trustee Senior, Jerusik. And
Thank you.
all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so this is tabled until the June meeting. Okay, superintendent report.
Good evening, Mayor, Board.
Good evening.
I submitted my superintendent's report, if you have any questions.
Mayor Stecker, do you have any questions regarding the superintendent's report?
No, not at this time.
I don't have any. Trustee Karatko?
I do not.
Trustee Senior?
No question.
Ms. Jones?
I don't.
We don't have any questions at this time for you, Superintendent. I know in the superintendent report, we do have 2 applications for the superintendent position. So we're gonna hold off on that and to get more information to see who else we can attach. We do want to put a close date on that. So the closing period, if we can update the circulation that went out to June 30th will be the last day to submit a resume with credentials for the superintendent position.
Okay.
Okay. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Leticia Jones.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourning at 5:42. I apologize for the delay, but things do happen. So thank you all. Have a good weekend and be safe. Happy Memorial Day.